Well, welcome back everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. So this is a little bit different video than what we're normally used to doing because today I got to give some stuff away. We have hit our 1,000 subscribers and I could not be more happy. You can tell it in my voice. I'm just thank you for supporting this small little channel, little fledgling channel. And it's only going to get better from here. So as you can see behind me, I have a bunch of statues that I have finished in my videos over the past few months. So now I got to give one of those away to one lucky subscriber. The title is not misleading. Today, in this video, I'm going to do something I have not done in over 30 to 35 years since I was a teenager. And that is, I'm going to attempt to paint a miniature and try not to suck. So I found some cool designs on like Thingiverse and My Mini Factory. And like this one here is not necessarily a miniature, I don't think, but it was really cool and I like the design. And then I'm going to do something, start out with something simple. Like I found this guy here. I love skulls, I love skeletons. And this was just something that I found on Thingiverse that I'm going to start out probably working on this. And then I printed this guy. I have no idea. He looks more like a Spartan warrior of some sort. Of course the bases, I just found the bases separate and I just glued them onto there after I printed them out. I went out and purchased these right here. The Space Marines are something that I was painting like all these years ago and I'm familiar with it. So I wanted to do this as well to see the difference in printing versus something that's all manufactured and something that I'm familiar with. So, you know, I'm going to try it and see what happens, guys. This could totally bomb in my face. The one thing that I don't want to do is I don't want to disrespect any miniature painters out there because these guys are a true talent. To do this is just an art in itself. And again, I want to take myself out of my own comfort zone and do something that I'm familiar with, but yet unfamiliar with. And so I'm traveling in some uncharted territory here. So let's open these up and let's see what everything looks like, because I understand that you have to put a lot of these together. Just to let everybody know, I really have no idea what I'm doing here. And I have no unearthly idea about gaming. I can't use all these technical terms when it comes to referring to these miniatures and models. I don't game. I love the art form. I love how they do the shading techniques and everything. And like I said, I've been doing a lot of research on this. I'm wanting to see if I can learn something new, which I sure I can. But I want to see if I can learn something new and incorporate what I do with statues into coming up with something that I am comfortable with. So this is not any disrespect to any miniature painters. You guys are phenomenal. You do a great job. This is just mainly a practice and something that I wanted to share with you guys as I learned something. I'm always trying to teach you all something, so now I'm trying to learn something and I'll kind of want you to take this journey with me. Again, this is all new to me. So I see a lot of the mini painters use a wet palette. I'll be very honest with you, I have never used a wet palette. I ordered one, but I'm going to start off with using my own technique and my own palette. It's not a wet palette. And then I'm going to see the differences between the two. All right, so first things first, guys, I am going to definitely look at the instructions and see which one I want to put together first. All right, guys, so about 15, maybe 20 minutes, I finally got my first one put together. These are challenging. All the small, intricate, detailed parts on these things, and the level of detail on the model is just amazing. All right guys, so I have about half of the Space Marine Army built. And again, I'm not sure whether or not they're built correctly, but it looked pretty cool to place the parts on them. I'm going to do the other half later because this is time consuming. These things do take a while. So now I'm going to choose like one out of these and one or two of the other minis that I printed, and I'm going to start to work on those. So this is the Space Marine that I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm getting ready to primer it. I'm going to do this one first, and I'm going to do this one first as a warm-up. I just see it being basic bone and a lot of recessed shading, and hopefully this one will turn out okay and get me started to do the Space Marine. So I saw on one of the channels where they use a two-sided tape on a wood dowel to hold the mini down or hold it in place to make it more workable. So that's what I'm doing here, just on the top of a cup here. And then I'm going to go in, I used a gray primer rather than a black. That's one thing I did different. And the other thing that I've seen them do is I've seen them use a Zenithal paint treatment. And I'm not going to do that because I don't think that it's going to benefit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a good base coat on it, do a wash, and hit some highlights and work some metallics into the sword and do the base. Alright, so I've got it good and coated here, and I actually have the metallic on the sword. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this Agrax Earth shade here from Citadel, and I'm going to use this as a wash. This thing is not light. So here it is, guys. This is the video that you've been waiting for. In this box here is a brand new unopened printer. It is an Anycubic Mega S FDM printer that one of you is about to win. So it's not too late to get in on the giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, give us a like while you're at it, and make a post down below. Now my plan is to keep doing these giveaways as time has enabled me to, and as the channel grows bigger, there's going to be more stuff that I'm going to give away. So don't forget to hit that notification bell, that way you don't miss out on any future videos, because you could be missing out on something free. Alright, so I just finished up the Skeleton Warrior. I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. It's not too bad, it's not my best work, but it is a new experience for me. So I painted it the old way, well my way, and that's with basically just a dry palette, and used basically just common highlights and stuff on it. Now I've got a wet palette here, and this is going to be my first time ever using a wet palette, and got some new brushes, and I got my minis here. I've actually got them, one of them primered up and ready to go, so get ready to rock and roll on this one. Yeah, so there's my wet palette, just testing out some paints on it real quick, trying to get used to it. I bought the one from Army Painter, and getting ready to try it out for the first time. This is a virgin experience here for me, guys. And this is my Space Marine. I kind of already started on the shoulder pads. I'll get it right in a minute. Alright guys, so here is the blue base coat completed, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm really not sure what to compare it to, but what I'm going to do next is I'm going to finish up blocking out some of the other areas, such as the emblems, finish blocking out the gun, and on the armbands, and some of the other stuff. And then we'll start to put in a wash and then start on our highlights. So for this guy here, I got the wash in on it, and I've got the gold parts painted on. So now I'm gonna start adding some highlights. Okay everyone, here is I added the highlights, and I went in and did some more recess shading. Man, this is tough. I mean, this is by far much tougher than a statue process is because of the fine detail work that you have to do. I did use an old school dry brush method on the gun, simply because I wanted some weathering done, and I did do some on the heels of the armor and in the back jetpack or backpack, only because I did want that weathered look. Getting ready to wrap things up here. I believe there's a few decals that I have to add, and I have to touch up on the eyes, and I'm going to be calling this one done, guys. Guys, one thing I can definitely tell you is there is definitely an advantage of using a wet palette. So these colors that I put in here, except for the little spillage I had right there, still held up this morning when I covered everything up and come back for the paints. They're still fresh, they're still usable, and that saves a lot of time and a lot of money in the long run. But I'm really sold on this. I should have been using these all along. I could kick myself in the ass for not doing so. Okay guys, there you have it. For the first time in over 30 years, I really struggled through that one. Couple of things out of this whole experience is definitely statue painting and mini painting can go hand in hand. Other thing is I will definitely be using a wet palette a little bit more than what I have been in the past. These things are like a gift from the painting gods, and I don't know why in the hell I have not been using these for all this time. So definitely, if you're a painter and you don't have a wet palette, go out and get you one. They'll make your life so much easier. And the way that you can blend the paints and keep them fresh and come back to the same colors that you mixed from the day before is just amazing. It saves a lot of time in having to mix up paints again and get that consistent color that you were using before. So I definitely have a long way to go in mini painting, and my hat's off to any mini artist out there. You guys are definitely the heroes of that, because that is a very hard task, especially to do it day in and day out. I'm not sure if I could at this point. And the other thing is I will definitely use some of the skill set I learned from some of the videos that I watched in my statue painting going forward. If there's one final thing that I would have to say about this experience is I would recommend all of you take yourself out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself to do something different and something new. You just might learn something, and you might have a fun experience in the process, like I did. And last but not least, don't forget the 1K giveaway is going on right now. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to make that post down below, because we're going to announce a winner on the next video. Did that rhyme? And also, somebody is going to win themselves a printer. So until the next video, until the next build, be safe out there, everyone. Get out and do something creative. Get out of your comfort zone, and we'll see you.